I'm Kate, and you are tuned into the Creative Women's League. Create your business. Being a creative entrepreneur can be frightening at times, but don't worry, the Creative Women's League is here for you. We've got motivation, inspiration, know-how, and of course, this fantastic community of badass Wonder Women, all here for you to support and cheer you on because we all know you're going to do awesome things. It's just a fact. So this is our new series, Create Your Biz. Last week, I gave you my #1 tip, how to grow your business, the most important thing you need to be focusing on. So if you missed that episode, please go check it out. Create Your Biz is the latest series brought to you by Creative Women's League. We have Mindful Mondays for motivation. We have our Wednesday interviews for inspiration. And now we've got today for know-how. Last week's was a little closer to a Mindful Monday. So today I promised you some good old-fashioned actionable steps. Today we are talking about creating an engaging Instagram. What the hell that even means and why it is important. Not just important, it's like pivotal. It's completely required. You have to have an engaging Instagram if you or your business are going to do well. And I want to say hello if you are watching, hello if you are listening via iTunes or Podbean. Wherever you are, please be sure to subscribe. You can get this information however you like. We do have the podcast, or we've got the video right here. With the video, you get to see a lot more strange faces. So to not have an engaging Instagram is to cast your line without a hook. Any of the work that you are doing over on social media, any of the work you're doing and directing people to your Instagram, if your Instagram isn't engaging, then it's all gonna be for naught. Having an engaging Instagram is pertinent to growing a following, to gaining brand deals. So the first question I know you're thinking is, well, what is an engaging Instagram? So the pieces are going to change based on what it is you do and your personality, but overall, an engaging Instagram. So the pieces of an engaging Instagram are going to change based on what you do, who your followers are, your authentic voice. But in general, an engaging Instagram is one that pulls in followers and brand deals effortlessly. An engaging Instagram is going to foster a culture of liking and commenting with ease. Not just from your followers, not just from your core tribe, but from everybody who happens upon it. Yes, that means even people who don't give a crap about what you do, they're gonna linger there a minute because your page is naturally super engaging. So I like to talk about tribe members as a bullseye, right? So out here on the outermost ring, we have people who are passing by, people who casually like a few things. We come in, and these are people who follow you who are not engaged at all. And we go all the way into the target of the bullseye. And the target of the bullseye, these are your core fans. These are the people who would seriously drive you soup if you were sick and you live 3 states away. It's not hard to foster a relationship with these people. They are tuned into what you're doing. They are ready to listen to you, and they are avid fans, ready to tell everybody about the awesome things you're doing. Now, in a dream world, you would have such an engaging Instagram that all levels of the target wanted to engage with it as much as possible. That is the holy grail. I don't know who even has that. But we do want all the layers engaged as much as possible. Even passersby, you want them to be pulled in to comment, pulled in to like. It all counts. I hear a lot of crap talking about the algorithm all the time, and the majority of it is well deserved. I understand it. But the best way to fight the algorithm is to always be engaging. The thought process behind that is that the more people engage with your Instagram, the idea behind that is the more engaging you are, the more that people are naturally drawn to you and to comment on your things, the more Instagram wants to get that out to people. They want to be a platform of high quality producers. Now, I don't want to oversimplify all of this. You know, the algorithm is a big mystery, and just to say be more engaging and people will follow, that's definitely oversimplification, but it's still super important. And it is just a great baseline goal to shoot for. Be your most engaging self. So this episode, I promised you guys the actionable items, and we're going to go over a few ways that you can make your Instagram, no matter what you are doing in your creative business or in your creative hobbies, you are going to have the most engaging Instagram possible. So first, we're going to talk photo quality, because that's enormous. Think about all the beautiful Instagrams you see, lots of light, beautiful compositions, intriguing subject matter. I'm going to tell you right now that they did not get that on the first snap. They didn't walk by a succulent with the book placed in front of it and the coffee just so, adjust a little bit, snap, and they were done. It's not how it works. If I had $1 for every time somebody who doesn't understand Instagram told me that I'm taking too many photos of one thing for Instagram, God, I'd be so rich. Like really rich, like deeply and truly rich. So don't be afraid to take 60 pictures of one thing. Make sure it's in focus. The composition is pretty. Don't overcomplicate everything. One of the best things that you can do to figure out what high quality engaging photos look like for your area of business, go find somebody who's crushing it in what you do. What do their photos look like? Are they nice and bright and white? Are they dark and brooding? Whatever it is, you're going to find your own way with the pictures. If you like super bright things, if they're going to be more monochromatic, just make sure that your photo quality is good. You don't need some awesome camera to do it. But grainy, dark photos is not what makes an engaging Instagram. With your photos, you also want to create a cohesive look to your Instagram. Now, whether that is through branding, so it's going to be a lot of your logo and your colors. It can be through textures. Maybe you're a florist, so you're going to always have this leafy, petally element to everything, or a wood grain as your background. A cohesive look tells somebody that they know what they're going to get every time you pop up on their feed. We all know those people who pop up on our feed and we're like, I don't even know who this person is. And that's because it's so out of sync with why you started following them. But if you know every time you tune into your favorite knitting Instagram, it's going to be that beautiful, crisp, white look that you love. And it's going to be thoughtful images of beautiful knitwork. Come on. It's a slam dunk. You're going to stay there forever. Who wouldn't? I'm ready to follow them right now. And that has a lot to do with being aware of who your content serves. Now, some people can do like a lifestyle blog and they can be kind of all over the place and still do really well. That's usually because their brand is still pretty cohesive. Regardless of if you're doing 20 things or one thing, figure out who you're serving. Are you serving moms who gotta figure out how to entertain their children during the day? Is your target audience new sewists? Maybe you're showing people your journey to becoming the best baker there is. What is your audience looking for when they tune in to your Instagram? Once you have that answer, give it to them. It's really simple. Okay, it's slightly not simple because we want to do so much, and sometimes it feels like you're just kind of a one-trick pony if you keep giving them these things over and over and over again. So it will take a little ingenuity and you'll get used to it, but you'll start to see, oh, the posts about the succulents do really well and my peonies are flopping. That's okay. A lot of trial and error, a lot of data collecting. Part of content that serves your audience is you have to remember that you are in a service mindset. Being a Tumblr baddie is not really a business model. So when you are serving content for other people, make sure it's about what you're doing, but not really about yourself. It's a weird line to walk. You want to open yourself up to people and be personal, but ultimately, it's all about why they're tuning into you. What are they going through that they are trying to get from you? So let's talk about what an engaging Instagram post is. Some of the elements of one. First things first, you gotta tell people how you want them to engage with you. I've talked to so many people that say, well, of course I want them to like the photo. Of course I want them to comment below. Why would I have to tell them that? There's about 9,000 ways a person can interact with your Instagram. You've got to tell them. Let them know what you want them to do next. Comment below with, tag a friend who. I mean, if you post a photo of you hiking in the mountains and it's beautiful, that's wonderful. But what next? Another great thing to focus on is how the call to action will benefit them in the immediate future. For example, click the link in my bio so you can see the YouTube video on how to create your most engaging Instagram. If your call to action will benefit them immediately, you need to highlight it. You need to let them know that. Don't assume that people are inferring a whole lot here. Most of us are just scrolling through Instagram mindlessly. Scratch that. All of us are scrolling through Instagram mindlessly. So you got to tell us what to do. My big disclaimer, and I feel like it's been a theme recently with these videos, is do not be afraid to experiment. Get out there, try something new. Worst case scenario, only like a third of your usual people like it. You can delete it when it's done if it's really that embarrassing for you. Don't let your desire to knock it out of the park every single time get you stuck in a rut where you aren't ever experimenting, trying new things for your brand. You're gonna F up. Get over it right now. It'll be way easier. You're gonna have posts that you swear are so good and they're gonna bomb. And you're gonna have posts that you kind of just threw in there. You weren't really sure if it was gonna work and they're going to just be knocked out of the park. It's gonna be awesome. So it's about always trying new things and growing. Social media is an ever-changing platform. That's why so many of us are here. It's so exciting. It's so different. Don't be afraid. As long as you're focused in on what you're giving to people and you give them the best quality version of that they can have, well, you're going to kill it. You're going to do great. And don't forget, there are going to be people who like your version of what you're doing over anybody else's. So that's phenomenal. Get out there, serve them the real you, and your engaging Instagram will follow. So I am going to go on Facebook Live tonight in our Creative Women's League group so that we may talk more about this. The information is below in the description of the show. That'll give you the time to go and a link to our Facebook group. So this way we can brainstorm together and think of more awesome ways to create your most engaging Instagram. It's such a broad topic, and I know it was such a brief overview. The live session will be perfect for you. Of course, subscribe here, like this video, share it with people who have crappy Instagrams. The world would be a lot better place if it was just full of fantastic, authentic Instagrams. Don't you think? I think. Thank you so much for listening to the CWL. I will catch you on Monday. What the hell is an engaging Instagram and why do I even need one? Listen, I know you want to know, so head over to YouTube, iTunes, or Podbean, check out the latest episode of Create Your Biz, and then tonight in our Facebook group, we will be going live to answer all your questions about What the hell is an engaging Instagram? I know you want to know, and I want to tell you, I want to talk about it with you. Head over to YouTube, iTunes, or Podbean to see the latest episode of Create Your Biz. And tonight, in the Creative Women's League Facebook group, we will be going live. That's right, baby. We're going live so that you can ask your questions on creating your most engaging Instagram, share your tips on what works with you, and help out your fellow creative badass. Sounds great. Link is in the bio.